Alright, guys. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. Shout out to my goat, Issa. Because we have just gotten the details for the STR Goku that exchanges into Gohan, as well as the AGL Cell EZA info. Oh my days. You absolutely love to see it. So let's take a look at Goku, by the way. So this is the Goku portion. So, 2 key, 200% attack and defense, right? We ball. Then when attacking with 12 key or more, 159% attack and defense, right? So that'll be a big buff. Then within the first 5 turns, they have a 159% defense. Extremely high chance. I don't know the wording here, if this is like 40% chance, 50% chance, like whatever. But they have a decent chance to crit. Always perform additional attacks and activate special moves with a high probability. So, if you're not familiar, this is the my genuine reaction moment. So they always get an additional. So they perform an additional attack, but the chance for that additional to be a super is a high chance. So, my genuine reaction. Then when performing a super attack, right? There is a very high chance, again, I don't know, depending on how high this chance is, you have, I'm assuming you have very high and extremely high, right? A very high chance of avoiding enemy attacks during that turn, right? So I believe previously Goku had a medium chance to dodge, which is like, what, a 25-30% chance? So they've increased that. So after the 6th turn, their defense, they lose 100% defense. Their crit chance goes down. Right? They again get a guaranteed additional, which again has a high chance of becoming a super attack. And their dodge chance goes down. Right? So, yeah, when they avoid, they get 59. Is this an infinite buff? Is this not absurd? I mean, I know this is just for the turn, I believe. But 59% per attack evaded, is that not absurd? Yo, is the full dodge build the way to go? Because, I mean, you see the additionals, right? So it's, yeah. But anyways, this is Gohan. Sure, so he goes up to 250% attack and defense. Then he gets, when receiving an attack, 58% attack. I think this is permanent. So then the more HP remaining, the greater defense boost you get, so up to 158%. Then for the first 3 turns, he has permanent guard, 58%. Not for the permanent guard. Within the first 3 turns, he has guard against all attacks. Then he has 58% damage reduction, again, good. Then if you guard, this means if you guard 2 attacks, you get an additional 150 defense, 10% damage reduction, 20% critical rate. If you guard 3 attacks, you get an additional 100% at 58% attack and defense, another 30% crit, and another 10% damage reduction. And if you guard 5 attacks, now your guard becomes permanent. You get an additional 10%, and you get an additional 50% crit rate. And of course, you have your null, as well as the counter, right? So, oh, by the way, you have a guaranteed null under 77% HP. Yeah, so Gohan is absurd. Right? Gohan is absurd. I saw the tweet earlier. Yeah, Gohan with his full passive, he has, again, he can have 88% damage reduction and 724 defense. 724% defense. And he's guarding, by the way. Right? So, yeah, he's kind of, yeah, pretty much. So, Gohan, the Goku portion seems, decent, but Gohan seems absurd, right? So, let's go on to the Cell, right? So, the Cell, again, is who we're really looking for because he will directly link with the brand new STR cell that haven't been released yet, but the one that is coming out, the new Dokkan Fest. 250 to stats, high chance of avoiding Wee Ball. When attacking with a key meter of 12 or more, 170% attack and defense, so that's pretty big. If there are 2 or more enemies, so I'm going to assume that these newer fights are going to be against multiple enemies. Because pretty much every stage that we've gotten for like the past, since the year started, is pretty much against, is it against one enemy at a time? Festival of Battles, right? The 50 phase event has phases where you face more than one person. Like you have the Goku Glorio, right? But this guy doesn't stack, so you're not going to use him in there. So anyways, if there are 2 or more enemies, 80% attack and defense, then you get 18% crit, another 18% dodge, because again, this stacks with his high chance. I believe this stacks. I don't think it's a separate proc. I think it stacks. I'm pretty sure it stacks. Then if there are 3 or more enemies, you get 70% attack and defense. Critical hit rate would go up to 70%. So he's slightly, for some reason, he's slightly weaker against... Wait, no. This is when there are 2 or more. Okay, excuse me. So when there are 2 or more, you get this. If there are 3 or more, you get this on top of this. Okay, it's not one or the other, excuse me. So these stack together, right? So if there's 3, you get this, plus this, plus this, plus this, right? Yeah. Okay, so if your HP is 50% or our willpower plus 2, yeah. We all need a little bit of that. So you get an additional 2 key. And always performing additional attacks that have a high chance of triggering a special move. In English, that's my genuine reaction. We love chance to perform a super. From the 3rd turn from the start of battle, he absorbs 17. This is his 2nd form. He has 280% attack and defense, guard against all attacks. So he gets guard here. He didn't have guard before, so he gets guard. He has his basic effects now include damage reduction instead of just crit and evasion. He gets 180 here, 120 here, so no additional stats here, but he gets 120 here. Then an additional crit and avoid rate was 18%, so no additional damage reduction, so he just has the 17% for now. But if HP is 50% or higher, he gets 1 key, another 18% crit, evade, and damage reduction, and my genuine reaction, high chance of performing a super attack. Then after that next attacking turn, he absorbs 18. And here's where things get a little crazy. Because he was good before, but now this is a little nuts. So he has 400% attack and defense, 35% damage reduction, dodge and crit, guaranteed guard, 180 on super. If HP is 50% or higher, my genuine reaction, but he has 35% crit and 35% dodge. So if HP is 50% higher, he has 70% crit, 70% dodge, and 35% damage reduction with guard. With this. With 400% attack and defense. Now, as far as the super form, because he had another form, his buff form, but as far as the super attack effects goes, I think he greatly raises his attack. Right, full stop. He greatly raises his attack. That's an infinite stack because that's he stacked attack beforehand. Right? But he raises his defense for 1 turn. I don't know if that's a great raise for 1 turn or not, but I know his attack stacking is infinite. So his giant form, he gets 3 key, 200% attack, and he has a guaranteed crit. This is a free turn of damage, right? I don't expect that to be anything too crazy, right? You get your free turn of damage. So for the super attack effects here, like I said, yeah, the cell greatly raises his attack, right? This is an infinite stack, but he only raises his defense for 1 turn. In perfect form, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. In his big buff form, he greatly raises attack temporarily. Now, Goku and Gohan, if I can scroll, please. Goku greatly stacks attack. His defense raises for 1 turn. And then when you swap to Gohan, he gets a massive raise for attack and defense 1 turn. Again, this is not true. The corrected versions are what I just read to you up here. So infinite attack stacking, and the defense raise is for 1 turn. So, I mean, you know, pretty good units. I have both of these guys at 3 dupes. So I am excited to see what sort of performance they'll be able to put out. Oh, thank you, Razer, for letting me know my speaker connected. So that's going to do it for us this time. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't like the video anyway, leave a comment, because that drives engagement. It helps put my videos in the algorithm. Last video did particularly well, especially comparatively to my other past few videos, so I'm hoping for a repeat performance on this one. So my name is Luna the Programmer. Again, make sure you follow me on all my socials, including the Twitter, as you can see here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.